Hi there, and it's a beautiful sunny August the 1st morning down here in Southampton on the south coast of England. And just outside the West Quay shopping centre there's some sort of famous car display going on. But that's not why I'm in Southampton. It's August the 1st, which means it's Lego set release day, and I'm here to spend the most amount of money ever on one piece of Lego to help complete my Every Spaceman is Awesome display. Now, I haven't made the same mistake I made on June the 1st when I arrived late. It's 10 to 9 and West Quay Shopping Centre has just opened its doors, but the Lego store doesn't open till 9. I can see a few people waiting outside already, but I'm not expecting the store to be that busy. Well, certainly not as busy it was on June the 1st, as there's a lot fewer sets being released today. So let's go inside and see what the queue's like. And it's definitely not as bad as it was in June. So in the queue there were about 19 people in front of me, and at this point I was presuming that not many of those people were there to buy the Italian Riviera set just to get the light blue air tanks to add to their classic spaceman displays. And I was right, there was no one in the queue in front of me for that reason. So it really isn't that busy at all in here, but I have just been told I've got my dates completely wrong, and the Italian Riviera set for the light blue air tanks isn't out till the 7th of August, not the 1st of August, so I've totally screwed up, and I'm not going to get some air tanks today. But I have seen my good friend Brick Bargains, who's here doing his launch video for the 1st of August today, so let's go and see. Brick Bargains, are you buying anything today?
Hello mate, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
I'm not actually, I'm just coming in, just have a look around, taking all the Lego madness, and you never know, something might jump out. That's the beauty of Lego.
Well, the Italian Riviera set isn't going to jump out because I've messed up on my dates and it's not out for another 7 days.
You're not picking it up today?
No, I'm
okay.
not. So I won't be getting any light blue air tanks today.
What a shame.
But cool. Right, nice to see you, Brick Bargains. I'll see you soon.
Bye.
However, fortunately, they do have the Spider-Man Doc Octopus subway train set, which is another set I wanted to get today. In fact, I want to get 2 of them so I can join them together and motorise them. So at least it's not a wasted trip, I'm going to get 2 of those. Now, I don't buy many Animal Crossing sets, but this one I am going to get because the Goldie minifigure is just so cute. Now, I'm not one for normally buying architecture sets, but this new castle is absolutely fantastic. I've got a few of the smaller architecture sets, but this is absolutely mallow, and the design on it and the piece usage will be really, really cool. So, something I'm tempted to buy, but it doesn't fit minifigs, so not one for me. Also, another thing which I don't normally buy sets on, but the new Mecha Team Leader Fortnite set is astonishing. It's absolutely mallow in its display here. But you do get a minifig with it. Again, I don't get a lot of Star Wars sets, but this is one that Mrs. Minifig Jez would be very, very interested in. She's a massive Ewok fan, and this new buildable Wicket Ewok set does look pretty cool. And next door to Wicket, we've got the brand new AT-ST, which does look really, really cool. I haven't bought a UCS Star Wars set in a very long time, but don't think I'm going to really get back into those now. Also on display, we've got the brand new K2SO buildable figure. It's quite cool looking. And you do obviously get the K2SO minifig with it. Now, this isn't a set, but this is the community display in the Southampton store, and this is by Vaughan Medway, who's a guy I've met at a couple of Lego shows before. He's done a really cool day at the beach scene. Loads and loads of minifigs, some really nice effect for the water at the front. Nice techniques you can use in a Lego city, and there's a little promenade behind with some stone arches, and just loads and loads of minifigs and a nice little beach scene. The Creator 3-in-1 sets are absolutely awesome at the moment. Last year I bought that modern house, and I bought 2 of them and built them back to back and made a massive modern house. This year they've got this really cool 3-in-1 castle. This is the main build here, and you've obviously got your 2 alternate builds. And just next door they've got it on display. The set is actually called Medieval Horse Knight Castle, and instead of the classic Lego horses they've got these really nice brick built ones. Very reminiscent of the old 1978 yellow castle with brick built horses. That is a really nice set. If I didn't have so many castles, I'd maybe tempted to get that one. Also in Creator 3-in-1, they've got the new Haunted Mansion set, which is really cool. It's very similar to the Haunted House set from the Monster Scene many years ago, but of course this is a 3-in-1 set. We've got alternative builds of a train and a weird kind of haunted pirate ship. and it doesn't show it on the box, but the Haunted Mansion is actually articulated here and here, so you can fold it up and enclose it, unlike lots of buildings which are always open-backed. But again, that would be a really cool set to buy two of, build them one regular and one in mirror image version, and put them back to back and make a giant Haunted Mansion. And another set on here to get today is the mini arcade machine. Now from the front it just looks like a buildable arcade machine, but it does actually open up, and inside there's a guy playing various different computer games. And with my love of Lego City, I actually bought this set back on June the 1st. My American viewers, you don't get this till today on August 1st. It's a really cool set. It's got a brand new track piece, which we haven't had before, and that's a sort of an activator action piece. So as the train runs over it, it activates those boulders which fall down onto the train. But I'm interested to see what else we could turn that into, to see what other actions we can use as the train runs over it. So after just having straights and curves for so long, it's nice to get an extra new track piece. Another set which came out on June the 1st or August the 1st in the USA is the new station set. I've been holding off buying this. It's quite thin as a station goes. It's great that the train can pass through it. I've seen some people modify this and turn it into a terminus station, so it's the end of the line. But I think what really needs to happen is this curved glass area. We need to extend that out to make a larger canopy area. So maybe a set good for modifying at some point in the future. And again, that set is on display, and it also has, I didn't mention before, the all-important brand new Lego pigeon. We actually get two in the set. There's one up there, not sure where the other one is, looking around, I can't see it, but we definitely get two pigeons in the new station set. And I can't wait for those to arrive on Lego.com's Pick-a-Brick, and I can buy a whole flock of them for my Lego City. Also on display is the new police boat. We got this June the 1st in the USA. I think that's out today, August the 1st. And my daughter, Minifig Daisy, built this a few days ago, and it's a really nice looking set. I like the new curved boat hull piece. We've had straight ones before, but this has this lovely, beautiful sweeping curve going down onto the back. The engines are really nice brick-built versions as well. And you get a little dinghy along with this guy who's stolen some sort of jewel, and he's towing along behind his little rubber dinghy there. But yeah, really nice new police boat in the city range. Also interesting to see on the Builder Minifig Tower, they've still got quite a few of the light blue classic space torsos. I've heard lots of shops have run out of these, so still lots in the Southampton store if you need one. So not a complete shopping disaster. I've got my little mini haul here. I've got two of the underground set. I've got that arcade machine and a little Animal Crossing set. Also Steph, the staff member here who looks after the Pick-a-Brick wall, is kept really well stocked. So if you want to see what's on that, stay tuned to the end and I'll give you a quick rundown of everything that's on the Southampton Pick-a-Brick wall. So the Krusty Burger set is still built on display, and I like the way they've done here. They've raised up the roof on clear bricks so you can see the roof, but you can still see inside the restaurant itself. It doesn't look like they've still got any of the gift we purchased with that, but that's a really nice set which I bought way back in June. Another one of my random collections is surfboards, and there's one up here which I haven't got. However, rifling through all the bins, and they don't seem to have any of the surfboards here at all, so it must be an older piece, which one that I haven't seen before. But Lynn was ever so kind, and she managed to find me one and said I could have a surfboard, which is really lovely of her. So another surfboard for my random collection. So I'm being served by Connor today, and he's being an absolute star, just like all the staff members in the Southampton store. And he's just logging a gift card, which I got last Christmas. So back at the car, and this is what I've got. Like I said, I've got those two Marvel trains. Before I upload this video, hopefully I'll get time to build one of those and show you what it looks like. I've got the Animal Crossing Goldie set, just for that cute little minifigure. Then I've got the arcade set, and because I couldn't get the Italian Riviera, I had a little bit of money to spare, so I did buy one of the Haunted Mansion sets for the Creator 3-in-1. I also got a gift with purchase, which is this Fortnite Brickhead set. Now I don't normally go a bundle on Brickheads, but this one looks quite cool. If it's got some nice parts in it, I might keep it, or I might build it, or it might be one that I actually sell on. So it's now 10:30, my normal upload time's about 4 PM, so I'm going to see if I can get home and get one of those subway trains built. So I'm back home, let's see if we can do some simultaneous building and editing at the same time. So I've made really good time building this. In fact, my 12-year-old daughter, Minifig Daisy, helped me out and built one entirely herself. And I think this is a really good rendition of the scene from the Spider-Man film with Tobey Maguire in it. So there he is standing at the front and he's shooting his web shooters off to the side and attach them to buildings, but they're pulling off parts of the building as we go. We've got various bits of rubble on the top of the coach itself, and a bit coming out here. We're using one of these clear jump pieces. And we've got other bits of various building down this side as well. But if you want it just as a regular train in a Lego city, it's really easy to un-Spider-Manify it, if that's a word. And this is what it looks like without all those extra parts. The first thing to note is it did have all these Technic bricks down the side, so you could attach the webs and the various bits of masonry. And so first thing to do when I modify this will be get some more of these striped pieces, these sort of textured bricks, and swap those out down along each side. Inside they've got sideways facing bench seats on each end, and they've also got a driver seat at each end. However, if we're going to join two of these together, we're going to obviously remove one of those, and because this end won't be a driver's cab, it'll join along to the next carriage itself. So we'll just have the bench seating. We'll have one driver at the end of this carriage, and the other driver will be at the other end of the other carriage. Initially, as I was building it, I thought we were going to have to do a lot of work underneath, as these wheels are fixed and solid. However, in one of the very final steps, it shows you to take these wheel sets off and then remove this 2x4 plate and replace it with a turntable which they supply in the set. And then when you replace them back on again, if we straighten that turntable, we then have got articulated wheels, and then it's going to be able to go round regular Lego City curves. I'm also going to have to work on the connection somewhat. At the moment it's just using these pieces, which is the 2x2 plate with the extra Technic hole at the end of them. We could do some Technic pins and a linkage using a Technic arm piece to join the two together like the recent Lego City tram did. However, I may decide to change it just for regular Lego magnetic couplings. There's only a few stickers in the set. Two of them are these driving control panels, one at each end. So I've applied them to this set, but I haven't applied them to the other, obviously because two of those are going to be removed, one at each end of the carriage. We've got the Lego City Transport sign on each carriage. We've got it here, and if you flip it around, we've also got it here. So what I'll probably do, instead of having them on opposite diagonal corners, is move one of those to this end, so it'll be at the end of this carriage here, and then nothing on this end, and then do the similar thing on the other one, move this one down, so they're both at the ends of the train and not sort of diagonally opposite each other. We've also got a destination board sticker saying Bay Ridge. On this train I've applied them, but on the other one I haven't. So again, we should remove one of those from the other end and apply it to the other end of the other carriage, so the two that are joined together won't have destination boards, otherwise no one will ever see them. So a little bit of planning and also some parts ordering to do for a later video where I can motorise these and join the two together. But I think having the two joined together and motorised moving around a Lego City will look really good. The only design choice on this set which I'm not totally keen on is on the ends we've used these old 1980s style train windows. However, along the side they're using the regular city style windows. It would have been really nice if these were the slightly more curved train windows. However, Lego have stopped generally putting those on trains. We didn't have them in the most recent Hogwarts Express sets. Also, I'm not entirely sure if they've ever been made in light bluish grey, and it's something I'll definitely look into. However, if I did want to swap them out, we've got 5 windows along each side of both carriages, so that would be a total of 20 windows and 20 window panes that would have to go into them, which would need to be bought off Bricklink. And if they're particularly old or rare, it may be a modification which just turns out to be prohibitively expensive. So that was my August the 1st shopping trip. I got 3 of the sets which I was planning on buying. I made an impulse purchase of that Animal Crossing set and the Haunted Mansion, and I got my launch date completely wrong for the Italian Riviera set. But that means next week I'll be making another video travelling to the Southampton Lego store to buy that set. Let me know in the comments below your thoughts about the sets that I've built, and let me know if you've bought anything on August the 1st yourself. If you've liked this video, please do give it a thumbs up. It really helps me out with the YouTube algorithm. And of course, please subscribe for more Lego videos.